Hey everybody, Tony Phelan here with CompetitionX, and today we're going to be checking out a cool new ride from Team Associated. This is the 2023 Nissan Z body on top of their Apex2 Sport chassis. So this is kind of the Gen 2 version of this chassis, of the Apex2 Sport chassis. The original one came on the A550 rally car. This one has a little modifications to make it a little bit better for the end user. We're going to get inside this box, we're going to show you those changes as well as this cool Nissan Z body. Okay, so here's everything that comes with a Nissan Z. Before we get to the car itself, we're going to see what else comes in the package. First thing we have is, of course, separate sticker sheet. It's got Willwood instead of Brembo stickers for the brakes. Nice. It has a Team Associated little kind of a baby catalog, some of their other products. It has the instruction manual, which tells you everything about how to set the car up. Looks like a couple other little, all the different parts if you want to rebuild or replace. Speed control, SC500X speed control manual. It's got the manual for the XP120 2.4 gigahertz radio system. It also has comes with a bind plug, and then of course your XP120 radio system with all the different adjustments right there. Pretty basic, but it does have steering trim, throttle trims, and dual rates, so it's plenty perfect for what this vehicle is going to be used for. And then it comes with a bag of spare parts. We're just going to kind of go over these real quick. It's got some extra servo horns. Oh, these are stuck together here. Some spacers, preload spacers, more servo horns and servo mounts. Additional parts you can put on the car. Rear spoiler. It does allow you to put LEDs in there, so it does have LED buckets. And then some ball ends for adjustments or replacement. Little foam pad for something, I think it's probably for the battery. And then of course, because this chassis is going to be different and accepts both a shorty and a long LiPo battery, the sealed battery box has been removed from the car. So you do get that separate if you want to put in the shorty pack and use this to protect your receiver. Okay, so let's take a look at the actual car itself, the Apex2 Sport chassis. So, of course, the first thing we're going to notice is the 2023 Nissan Z body, which looks really good. They did a great job with all the stickers, all the extra parts on the outside, molded mirrors, molded shark fin, and then for those that want to put it on, again, it has the rear spoiler and headlight buckets. All right, let's get the body off and check out the Apex2 Sport chassis. All right, so if you're not familiar with this car, this is based on the Apex2 chassis. The original one had a fiberglass pan with all the molded side panels. This is the Apex2 Sport. It is a one-piece molded chassis. They've done a little bit of work on the bottom to kind of give it something other than a standard flat chassis look. Now this is, again, the same as, everything is the same on this car as the Sport 2, except for the battery section here. This has now got a different battery section. It allows you to run a full-length battery up like this, or if you reconfigure it, you can put a shorty pack here, and then the molded receiver back here. But we're going to run it with this because it actually gives it more power. You get a lot more power this way. Now this car does come with molded upper and lower arms, fixed links here for steering, fixed links here for the active rear suspension. There are no adjustments as far as camber, caster, that stuff's all fixed. It does come with friction shocks, but they are really nice friction shocks. These are probably the best friction shocks I've felt on an RTR. They do have preload clips in there. You can adjust the ride height. Has an oil-filled diff in the front, oil-filled diff in the rear. The Apex2 Sport chassis comes with a full set of bushings. Bushings in the diff, bushings in the wheels, bushings in the drivetrain. However, this one does come with bearings in the center diff area. This is a high-use, high power area that requires something a little bit more than bushing, so they've actually put bearings in here to kind of keep the drivetrain flowing a little bit freer. Alrighty, on to the electronics. So like all the other Apex2 chassis, this comes with a 1523 MG servo, metal geared servo. Comes with the SC550X speed control, a brushed Sport 550 15-turn motor, and then kind of tucked underneath here is the receiver. Because they had to remove it, they had to move it from here someplace else. There's actually a pad on top of the servo here, and the receiver's tucked underneath. So if you're going to add anything to it, going to swap anything out, it does require a little bit of work to get this out to get to the servo that's underneath, but it's not that big a deal. Another thing to note about the Nissan Z is that this is the first of their Apex2 Sport chassis to have a different wheel. This is a really nice multi-spoke wheel, and if you look closely in there, it might be kind of hard to see, but you'll see that there are the integrated brake discs and rotors in there. Alrighty, other notable features on the Apex2 Sport chassis include front and rear adjustable body mounts here that allow you to put pretty much any body on this car, a stout front bumper, nice and thick, dual bell crank steering, a single non-adjustable drag length with POM filled pivot balls, steel center drive shaft, 48 pitch gears, and an active rear suspension that, if you want to tweak with it, will help optimize performance. Now the Z in its form is not really a track car. It's more kind of for the streets, kind of a neat just rolling around ride. So we have got some parts ordered. We've got a neat idea. We've got some parts ordered, but in the meantime, we want you to see what this car looks like just cruising around. So we're gonna get the battery in the car, we're gonna get the battery in the radio, and we're gonna take it across the street and kind of give you a teaser what this car looks like. Let's go. And then just kind of walk around a little bit. Okay, cut that part. Oh my god, in the body. That's the blooper. Okay, keep going. Oh my god, seriously? Oh. That's gonna be the whole blooper reel.